Kjære Bagheera. As you might have guessed, I have a personal vendetta against boring rooms. Last year, we turned my room into the ultimate gaming and art room. And right after, we also built a Dark Academia gaming room from my fiancé Hansi's previously white prison cell.
What do you mean fix my room?
But there is now a new thorn in my eye. We now have 2 super cool rooms, but the final one, the guest room, is just incredibly boring and white. I mean, look at this. See what I mean? Like, it's Prison Cell 2.0. It doesn't feel right. So, I have a little idea. What if we can make this room into a combination of like cozy reading nook slash storage room slash guest room all in one? It would solve so many problems and it would look good as well. All right, here's the plan. You know what? It's kind of hard to explain with all this crap in here. Just give me a second. Ah, that's better. Here's the plan. Imagine over in this corner, we're gonna have a nice little reading nook with an archway leading into it as the entrance. And then of course, that's gonna double as a bed for 2 when we're not reading. And then over here, we're gonna have a second single bed raised up from the floor so we can have a bed load of storage underneath it. But of course, most importantly of all, everything here will have to be custom made if we want that like enchanted celestial vibe. You know? I'm talking like painting stars all over the ceiling, the walls, making custom railings, custom curtains, custom lighting, every little detail, custom. And I think that is gonna be so freaking cool, but oh my goodness, a lot of work. Never heard that before, have you? And to really try to capture that vibe, we're gonna try to build a proper, like glowy, starry ceiling. Something that feels like a night sky with built-in lights, like hello, obviously. Exactly how we're gonna do that, I don't quite know yet, but don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. All I know is before we can do all that cool celestial stuff, we have some boring stuff to do. Painting walls and replacing floors. Let's go. First of all, let's just do a little test of our blue paint before we actually commit, because I have commitment issues. It looks like the ocean. Well, ignoring the fact that this looks like a kid's room and the stars are really badly painted and it looks awful. The colors look good and I think there's potential here. Just, it's not gonna look like this, okay? It'll be better. I guess all we have to do now is just cover the walls. Okay, let's do the boring. Paint is on, and next up, the floor, or down. Oh, you thought we were done painting? No, because I want to paint the ceiling in a much darker blue than what's on the walls here. What would be really cool is to have a gradient from the ceiling, like down the walls. So it feels like the darkness is just swallowing you. And of course, I also want that gradient to be on that archway that is leading into this little reading nook. So that's our next task, to build the archway. Ugh, don't fall, Martina, Jesus. Officially! And despite our little hiccups along the way with bending the wood here, and it cracking and us having to improvise this bucket situation, trying to moisten it up. We've managed to actually bend it around the whole thing, and it turned out pretty good. So Hansi has filled some of the gaps and cracks here, sanded it all down, and we are ready for base paint. And now, the gradient. This is gonna be interesting. Got our light blue, the wall color, and our dark blue, the ceiling color. And we want a nice gradient from that to this. Here goes nothing. It's looking good. Like, it's subtle right now, but I think if we continue to do this and just increasingly add more of that dark blue in there, we're gonna have a nice little fade. I'm gonna apply this color to the rest of the room, and then we just gotta go darker and darker and darker and darker. Hello there. Yeah, I kind of forgot to film the result of this whole gradient thing, so thanks, Martina. Great job. Instead, I got completely carried away and just started like building all the basic structural stuff at hyper speed, almost forgetting to film along the way again. Anyway, first off was the bed frame for the reading nook, which we got at IKEA, of course. I made these legs for it that are probably completely overkill, but like better safe than sorry. I also added an extra support like here and there, you know, just to be sure. And also, there was a little bit of a gap between the bed and the wall here, and I don't really want my phone or like a snack or something to just disappear into oblivion. So, to fix that, I added some trim to cover those cracks, and god damn, that thing is tight. That is going nowhere. And while I was working on that, Hansi started sanding down all the IKEA shelves that we're gonna use to prep them for painting, so the paint will actually stick better to the surface. In theory, but honestly, we couldn't really tell the difference between the sanded and the non-sanded surfaces that we actually painted and scratch tested, so I'm not sure the sanding did anything at all. When the paint was dry, we could assemble all the base cabinets, attach them to a wooden frame to lift them up from the floor so we can add a little trim here later. And most importantly, add some strong 2x4 wooden legs that will support the bed that's going on top of these cabinets, which really was not the easiest thing to get in place.
I first just...
I tested it.
Okay.
It just needs to be slid in.
There we go.
Okay. Feel all friends.
You know what?
Huh?
You made your own bed. Now sleep in it.
That's looking kind of freaking nice, isn't it? Now, all that's left to do for the boring structural stuff, a drawer under the bed. Oh, just look at him chilling. Oh, I want to crush him. And assembling the thing with the wheels underneath it. A wee bit boring. Very satisfying to see it roll though. Add some corner pieces, nice decoration molding. And finally, the last step, add a drawer front and some little magnets to keep this thing from just, you know, rolling away on its own. Okay, that's it. And well, would you look at that? A whole new room. It feels like we've done so much and like nothing at all at the same time, because I can see all that's left to do before it's at the point where I want it to be. And I'm having a little bit of a brain meltdown because I don't know where to continue. There's just too much. But I know that once I get overwhelmed, I just need to stop, break it down into smaller pieces, take it from there. And there's just a couple of structural things left to build before we can do all the stuff I'm super excited about, like making the ceiling, making the little decoration pieces, all the little details to make it nice and cozy in here. First off, the reading nook. Here we're gonna build headboard, bookshelves to the ceiling, same over here. And second, we're basically gonna do the same thing here. Nice little shelf here, bookshelves to the ceiling. And third, we're gonna build a nice little staircase here, so you can actually just walk up to the bed instead of like Spider-Manning up there. Oh, and that staircase is also gonna be like a hidden entrance to that secret little passageway back there. Okay, reading nook, single bed, staircase. We can do this. Let's go! On this side of the bed, I was thinking to have a painting like right in the center and maybe some shelves around it. And it's something I've been working on for a very long time now. And just let me show you. Okay, here it is. This is the painting. I want to share a little something first, and just fair warning, this is about my art, so if that's not for you, you can jump to this timestamp. But as you might know, we have done art prints in the past, and I have just loved every step of that process. The way you guys have received it has been beyond my expectations. Anyway, to the point, Hansi and I have been wanting to work on something, you know, bigger together, and we have been building a universe of sorts, which in no way is extensive or finished or anything, but it's just been like another creative outlet where I can, you know, put my art into context, and Hansi can practice his creative writing and world building. And when we combine the two, it's just this like beautiful synergy where we inspire each other. And it's been so much fun to work on. We've been doing this for like a year already. And we've decided to call this creative outlet of ours Fablegate. I love that name. Ugh. And that brings me to this painting right here. Now, this is going to be the third print in a 4-print series. And the first print of that series is available now. It's a painting you've probably seen before. I've made it last year in the cabin painting video. And as always, these are going to be hand-signed, numbered, limited edition prints, so I don't quite know how long they will be available for. And this time we've also been working with one of the top-tier printers here in Norway to not only produce a high-quality print that I'm very proud of, but also this really cool collectible card and a pamphlet that comes with the print that details the painting process and some other things. And since we love making stuff, I mean, you know, obviously, we thought it would be really cool to have some 3D models to go with the prints. So we made 2 3D models that you can print yourself, 1 print storage tube, and a card display stand. I'm very happy with the design. Man, these are so much fun to paint, so if you end up making one, please tag us. I would love to see it. Well, anyway, if you want the print of this, there is a limited number available at fablegate.com. And if you think you want all 4 of them, you can also pre-order all, and we will basically ship out one by one throughout the coming year as we complete it. Okay, that is all. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it.
As you touch the cold stone, the structure quivers and the air turns to shimmering silk. Is it real? You have no time to spare for deliberation. You step into the Fablegate.
And for the observant ones out there, the second painting has made an appearance in previous videos. I'll say no more. Not completely finished, but I think this is gonna look so nice in this room. Like it wasn't even planned. It was just meant to be. I just need to finish it first. Finally, time to deal with the ceiling. I've been looking forward to this a lot. So you have been working on some stuff while I've been upstairs.
I have, because we're gonna build an entire new ceiling underneath the existing ceiling.
Yes.
Just like half an inch, but to give us some space to have some cables for all the lights. I have laser cut some stars. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that basically into the ceiling and then have some spots behind, which means we get stars.
They're so cute. Oh, I love the shape.
And on top of that, not related to all the lights, we also have some of these, which are 3D printed stars. If we paint those gold and put them in the ceiling, I think like all of those things combined is gonna look really, really nice. But we have a little bit of job to do because we have to, basically we have to recess all the stars, paint everything blue, sand it first. So yeah, I think first thing we do, make the stars and then paint everything.
Sounds good. Okay. Let's do it.
Now, there's one thing we haven't done. The 3D printed stars, they are also gonna be attached on this. They are still printing, so we're waiting for that. Meanwhile, we're gonna attach this to the ceiling. And it's not gonna be so easy, because, I mean, these are not too heavy, but they're very large, and the room is quite small. But we'll do our best. Okay, let's go.
Now that we got the ceiling in place, all we have to do is to add back the shelves, a painting frame and some more shelves, and some shelves up there, add some doors and some drawers, and finally some trim. And now, at last, it's finally starting to look like something! Seriously, it's been 3 weeks of just working on like basic structural stuff. Oh, and now we are finally at the point where we can start to do the fun stuff, the decoration stuff. Oh, can I just say how happy I am with the space optimization here? I mean, come on, look at this. First of all, absolutely a massive drawer under the bed. You could hide a body in here. And can I just point out how happy I am with the whole floor trim situation? Like, it looks like it's just one continuous thing, but oh no, it moves. What? Very cool. Also, please ignore the power outlet here, but like we didn't want to cover it up and it was just in just the right spot, so it's got a cozy little nook of its own. Then, not to mention the shelf space. So many books can go in here. Oh, and also this shelf right here turned out so cute. Like, both Hansi and I worked with the jigsaw to cut out all of these patterns, which was a little bit of work, but man, it turned out so cute. I just love how like the wood breaks up all the like monotonous blue here a little bit. Gives it some warmth, you know? And all of these shelves, like, hello, a sew, a merch, a storage. And you know how I made the canvas storage in my room, like behind one of the bookshelves? Well, it turns out you can't have too many canvases. So, welcome to canvas storage number 2. And I freaking love that you can just push this out and I can just back up and no one would know I was here. See how that floor trim hides it? But then all of a sudden, whoop! Well, would you look at that? I mean, it's a freaking passageway, this whole thing. See how far it goes? And it's all canvas storage, baby. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 magnets that snaps into the corner. And it's actually pretty well stuck. Like, it's not just gonna move on its own, you know? You know what that means? We can finally start working on the details, baby! Woo! This is the moment I've been waiting for. This is the moment where we can finally start to make this room feel, you know, celestial, enchanted, magical. It's all in the decoration, baby. And so we gotta begin with painting some freaking stars, 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 stars. There we have them, our stars and stripes, 3D printed, ready for paint. First of all, we need to prime them. And now the base color. Add a little bit of shading. And some highlights. And the final step, nice and shiny gold. And there we go, a bunch of beautiful gold stars. Let's go put them in the ceiling. Got some multi-bond glue and put it right there. Oh, it's so cute. And would you look at that? We have a starry night sky in our ceiling. But of course, what's really detracting here now is just the missing trim. It's looking kind of rough. So Hansi has prepared these beauties. It's just some styrofoam trim that he has painted in the same dark blue as the ceiling. And then also dry brushed it with just a little bit of gold to make those patterns really pop. Man, I think those are gonna look gorgeous up there. Yeah, we just gotta chop a bunch of these and stick them on. we are stepping into final details territory. And you might know I'm not usually one for sewing and fabrics and all that stuff. It's not usually my favorite, but this time it's actually one of the things I've been looking forward to most of everything in this build. Okay, so there's basically two important things we're gonna sew. Pillows, a buttload of them, and curtains. Both for the reading nook entrance and for the window. And I really think both of these things are just gonna, pull the aesthetic together, It's gonna add that final little oomph that we want. So I've got a bunch of different fabrics here, just some nice dark navy blues with some different textures and stuff. And these little dangly bits that we can put at the bottom of the curtains. And I've been so excited about this step that I've actually had a little bit of a head start because I've made these in my spare time in the evening. And I'm very proud of them. Look at the little gold border. Huh? Okay, well, we have too many curtains and too many pillows to make, so we better get going. Guys, it is finished!
Finally! Yes! Why does it always take a month?
I don't know. Underestimation?
Should we do a little rundown of all the details?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, where do we begin? I think we begin with the reading nook.
Yes.
Come on. I mean, first of all, entrance here. Hello, freaking curtains. I love them. A little portal. And you just enter in here. It's so freaking cozy in here. Like, I've always dreamt of having a reading nook where you have the window on, like, one of those like window sills reading nooks. And now we have it. I just want to spend hours and hours in here. I finished the painting. Hello, can I just brag a bit? I started in February.
It's very nice. I really like it. It's one of my favorites, actually.
Oh, thank you. And of course, a guest bed as well. Like, would you like to be a guest here? Please don't come to my house, but like, I think my favorite part. What's the staircase?
The secret storage.
So seamless. And like the amount of canvases I can store in here. Like, hello, welcome to my dark little cave. And I can just keep backing up and backing up. I'm stuck. That's the first time that's happened.
Nori's coming to
hello,
rescue
Nori.
me.
Oh, thank you. Couldn't have done it without you. Now I can hoard a buttload more canvases.
Yeah, exactly what we need. More canvases. I love how this slots in.
Oh, and then of course if we have guests, and we have more than two, because that reading nook fits two of them, we can have a third one up here. And this spot is so cozy too. Like, I can just lie here looking at the stars, inside. How great is that? This shelf is so pretty.
It turned out really good.
It did.
It helps with all the pretty books as well.
I mean, come on, yeah.
And I see a pretty nice sketchbook up there as well.
Oh, what's this?
Might come.
Might come, who knows?
That's been a whole long journey to complete.
Yes.
I feel it's gonna be a while until we do another room.
I think so.
Because this was a lot. But like, when you forget all the pain,
yes.
and you just see the result,
That's the thing. I think like now it's been long enough since we did your room that we forgot the pain of building it, and now we're doing it again. Okay, final thought. What's your favorite part about this room before we go?
My favorite part is the fact that the room is very, very nice, but also so usable.
I think so too. For me, it's the storage.
The storage space.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for a fairly small room. It's so optimized.
Yeah.
I love optimization. Oh, and not to mention the reading Nook. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna use this a lot. That's the best part.
Especially in winter, I think it's gonna be great.
With the snow outside and a cup of tea.
It's gonna be awesome.
Thank you so much for watching, and of course, massive thank you to our patrons. Mwah, mwah, you wonderful beings. And now it is time.
It is time.
Let's have a look at the final result.